Hey guys, I'm back. And if you've been here long enough, I'm sure you can tell that I'm in a completely different room, and that's because we've moved. I've had a couple different videos that were supposed to go up before this one, before the move, and they haven't gone up yet, so I don't know when anybody's gonna see this, but we did move. Now, we're not finished unpacking or anything, so I don't have anything set up for like an interesting background or anything like that, so we're just gonna kind of run with what we got so far. And today, I just wanted to talk about a game that I finished a while back, and it's been kind of on my mind recently, and I'm thinking about maybe replaying it when I get some time, and that would be the game Forager for the PS4. I was initially gonna get it for the Switch, but if you know me at all, you'll end up knowing that I am actually a completionist trophy hunter, and so since the PS4 version had trophies with it, you know I gotta go and get the PS4 version. So in Forager, you kind of start off as like a little blob thing. Literally, you're like a little marshmallow character, a little white blob thing with a pickaxe. And that's all you start out with this small square plot of land. And the goal from then on is to pretty much mine everything for materials, then make things in your land to make foraging easier and to make money and to sell things to make money, and then also buy more plots of land and do quests to get more items. The whole point of the game is exploration. There's like 4 different kind of areas you can get to, and you can buy land that increases in cost as you go along depending on which part of the world you're buying, because there's like a grassy area, like a volcano area and whatever, and it's really interesting. The main thing you really want to do is gain levels, because when you gain levels you get perks, and the perks can be anything like, oh, now you're able to create, you know, this particular type of thing. Like you can create a furnace now, or you can create a factory that can make plastics or something. Or the perks can be something that's more passive, like you'll get double coins every time you do this, or, you know, you're more likely to create double items if you do that, or, you know, things that need wood to be, like if you need wood to make something, it'll cost half as much wood or something like that, or half as many bricks or something along those lines. So gaining levels is actually a very big deal. In the very beginning, you'll be gaining them quite quickly, but as you go on, it gets a little bit harder to gain levels, because of course the amount of experience it takes to gain a level then increases. If we're talking about the base game without any trophy hunting involved, it's actually very addicting and very fun, because really what you're gonna want to be doing is opening up all the lands, seeing how it's laid out. Some of the lands will have puzzles associated with them, or they'll have characters on them that let you do, like, give you quests to earn new items. Like in the grassy biome area, there will be a druid, and the druid has quests of his own, but once you gain access to druid, you can change the way you look. And depending on, you know, the game itself has its own set of achievements, which are some of them are connected to the trophies, and some of them are their own things. And doing in-game trophy achievement things will get you different items that you can equip on your character, so you can dress them up in a different way. And then of course some of them are associated with trophies. Hi Chloe, say hi Chloe. Yeah, she doesn't want to say hi, but so that's what you're going to want to be doing, and it's really fun. It's so much fun in just running around trying to keep your plot of land clean, you know, get as many materials as you need, you know, pickaxe everything. You can upgrade your pickaxe, you'll gain access to other items like a crossbow, or not crossbow, a bow and arrow, you know, sword, stuff like that, and each thing kind of has things that they're good for and things you're going to want to use them. You know, you'll get bottles. Bottles are great. Bottles are extremely useful. You'll need so many bottles when you make oil. You know, everything is needed for something, so it's good to have a little bit of everything if you can. You know, there were times where I was like, I'm just going to sell this item. I don't really fucking need it. And then, oh my god, I regretted it so much, because it ended up being so much more useful, especially towards the end game. I think there's like 40 something levels that are honestly quite useful, and all the perks are super useful, and as you're playing through the game, you're not going to know which perk you want to get next. Like honestly, I probably played this, I think it was like 20, I don't think it was 20 something hours, I think that's too little, but it was between 20 and 40 hours, I think. I completed the game, because I played it for long stretches of time. You can lose yourself to this game. Just lose hours and hours, because you'll be like, alright, I just want to make this next thing. Alright, I'm going to upgrade this next thing. Alright, let me just get this much money to get the plot of land that I might need or whatever. There was a point where I was making so much money, I built like 10 plus marketplaces. I think I had like 20 different marketplaces, because marketplaces will, instead of necessarily having to forage for items or create items, marketplaces can sell you items, both super rare and super common. So I would just make like 20 marketplaces and wait for them to refresh with items I needed, because sometimes I could create items, but I was having a hard time getting the items I needed maybe at that particular time. Like I didn't have the resources to really create it, or what might have happened was it was taking a long time, because like, let's say oil can sometimes take forever unless you set it up in such a way that it can increase the rate of production. But oil for me always took forever, so if I could buy oil, I always did, because that made it so much easier. Honestly, this game was super fun, and I believe I picked it up for about $20 at the time. Totally worth that price. I'm not sure how much it is on the Switch, but when I picked it up on the PS4, I only paid about $20. I'm not sure how much it is now. Once again, I haven't checked it before making this video, but it was definitely worth the price I paid. 100% super worth it. Now, when it comes to being a trophy hunter, I don't know if I could say this is worth it for some people. For me, it was totally fine. I got most of the trophies just playing through the game naturally. That's kind of what happens. But this game does not have a platinum trophy. So for some people, that might be a little iffy to spend all this time getting, let's say, about 18, 20 trophies, something along those lines. It's not too many. Might even be less than that. Like I said, I haven't just checked it before making this video. I was just thinking about it and wanted to talk about it. But it's not that many trophies, and so for some people it might not really be worth it. But considering most of the trophies, if I remember correctly, most of the trophies I got just playing through the game normally, and there were some trophies that took a little bit more effort, like the Get Every Achievement trophy. Like, of course, and I think, yeah, Get Every Achievement trophy, because that's going to require you to get every in-game achievement. And some of them are really annoying, like, I think it's something like upgrading everything to the max capacity or along those lines, like, or getting every like weapon or equipable item or something in the game, because there's this one thing called like the Obliterator or something, and that is a massive time sink if you don't set yourself up right to make your production as high as possible. It is so annoying to get because it requires so much like plastic and everything like that, and electronics. It can take forever to get. At least it did for me. Maybe I just play this game wrong, but it definitely did for me. And also getting every achievement was annoying because upgrading everything in the game, there's these rods you'll get later in the game, and they take, at least they did for me once again, forever to upgrade. So I added several hours to my playing very easily just trying to get the Obliterator and to do that. But one of the hardest is filling every piece, making something on every tile of water in the game, because the game is made up of a bunch of islands, which means there's a bunch of water in between all the islands. And now normally what you'll do is you'll place a bridge or a little log bridge in between the islands to make it easy for you to get from one place to another. This feat/achievement requires you to either make landfill and literally fill up those pieces, those water tiles with land, or you will have to create and fill each water tile with a log bridge. But sometimes it's super hard to see what you're missing because there's like little tiles of water just on the land. Little tiles of water will be behind things you've already built. Little tiles of water will be in areas just that you didn't think mattered, like at the very, very edges or something along those lines. And so you'll sit there and it's just super fucking annoying. At least it was for me when I was playing it. So in that way I was like, I don't know if this is really worth it. But considering 90% of the trophies you can get along your playthrough, or you have to put very little effort in to get because you've already done most of the work just getting everything else in the game. Because there's really no end to this game unless you've done literally everything. There's no end to the game unless you've, bought all the land, done all the quests, gotten every item, And if you can argue and say once you get all the bundles, do all the quests and get all the land, you're done. Maybe that's so. And you do all the quests and all the dungeons and stuff, but it's still a lot of time and effort. And not only that, but you're still going to get a majority of what you need done, and you'll probably get a ton of levels just doing that. So it really doesn't take that much more effort to get the trophies. So honestly, if I had to say go for it, I would say go for the trophies. But since there is no platinum for this in particular, if you don't really want to, it really won't matter, because at the end of the day, it's not going to add to your platinum trophy list. I like platinuming games, and this game was really, really fun, but unfortunately it did not have a platinum, so in that way it kind of felt short. But ultimately this game was super fucking fun, and I played this like all at once. I didn't take any break from it. I think I played those 20 to 40 hours pretty much just all at once. I went so crazy with it, but it was so much fun. I don't have the physical copy yet of the game. I'm not sure if it's out yet. At the time when I bought it, there was no physical copy, but I will buy one when it comes out because I enjoyed the game that much. Typically when it comes to digital games I buy, I have bought in the past, I am trying to collect the physical copies of games because there has been a few instances of me buying digital copies and the game just disappears from, you know, the store, and it's like, well, where the fuck do I go to download it now? So I've been buying physical copies of the games that I really, really like just to ensure I can always play them. So for this particular game, I'm definitely going to buy the physical copy because I really enjoyed this game, and hell, maybe I can get other people to play it if I bring it over, you know? Maybe they'll play it and realize how fucking great it was. So yeah. I kind of went on a little bit of a ramble, but I just really wanted to get my thoughts out there on how much I really enjoyed Forager, and I really think people should give it a shot because it's honestly quite a fun game, and it's the fact that it always keeps you busy, that there's never a moment when you're not doing something where it's like, I have to go get that item, let me go forage that item, let me go try and make this thing, let me go fight some monsters. You know, you're always looking for something, you're always doing something, and I'll admit, towards the end of the game when you get most of the stuff, it can slow down quite a bit, especially if you're like me, and a lot of the stuff at the end of the game is stuff that takes either a while to produce, or it's taking you a while for other reasons, like you need to wait for the right thing to pop up so you can forage and such. That might be a reason why it's taking so long, but it's still really fun, especially if you do the marketplace thing like I do. There will be something happening at least every so many minutes. I forget how long it takes for the marketplace to switch up its items, but every so many minutes there will be a change in items, and not just that, you will have other things happening in between. So yeah, ultimately, definitely worth playing, definitely recommend it, and yeah, let me know what you thought of Forager in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!